I thought the UFC Freedom card would have been much better. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that the UFC is going to have a UFC event take place at the White House. I thought for a once-in-a-lifetime event like this, the card could have been much better than this. Don't get me wrong, the main event and the co-main event is very strong. You have two of your biggest UFC stars in Ilia Topuria and Alex Pereira in action. And the main event and the co-main event, two strong title fights where you'll see Ilia Topuria defend his lightweight championship against Justin Gaethje. I think that's going to be a fun, entertaining main event. And then in the co-main event, you have Alex Pereira that is moving up to the heavyweight division after vacating his light heavyweight championship, aims to be a somewhat three-division world champion because it'd be the interim title, but will be fighting Ciryl Gane for the interim heavyweight championship. Can we talk about Ciryl Gane that has gotten like 5 title opportunities since being in the UFC? He's never been a world champion, whether it's the interim title, the UFC title. This is now his 5th opportunity at championship goal. But getting back on track here, the rest of the White House card is not White House material. Now, I know injuries might have played a factor here because Kayla Harrison suffered a neck injury. That fight between herself and Amanda Nunes was supposed to take place in January. That fight got postponed. So maybe Kayla Harrison is not ready to go just yet. She's probably still healing up from the neck injury. Meanwhile, Merab is still healing up from injury. We know he fought 4 times last year, 2025. Probably needs a break. But maybe that could have prevented us from getting Merab versus Peter Yan in the trilogy fight for the Bantamweight Championship. I'm looking at Sean O'Malley. He made the card. I would have honestly had Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen at Bantamweight, 2 fighters that have never fought each other, instead of running Sean O'Malley versus Zahabi. If I said his last name wrong, I apologize there. But why not? And I'm noticing this. You have Michael Chandler on the card. Why not just get Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler out the way? You could just have one of your biggest box office attractions in UFC history at the white card. I think Conor McGregor kind of deserved that for all the work that he's done over the years. Yes, he's been inactive for nearly 5 years, but when the hell are you going to bring him back, Dana White? It's like he's basically on a frozen contract. I would have just got Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler out the way. This is a fight that we should have got all the way back in 2022. And then I'm looking at Bo Nickel being thrown on the main card. That's kind of crazy. I know Dana White is trying to make us buy into his stock that he's the next big thing at the middleweight division, but I wouldn't have this guy on the Freedom card. And then also you had Diego Lopez on the card. I honestly would have did Diego Lopez versus Yair Rodriguez. I know Yair Rodriguez is probably still recovering from his broken hand that he suffered in the back end of 2025. But, man, there's just so many missed opportunities here. This is a once-in-a-lifetime card that you can have at the